You've probably been told that losing belly fat requires strict diets, endless cardio, or hours at the gym. But what if I told you that your body has a natural fat burning switch that you can turn on simply by walking? Yes, walking, but in a very specific way. I'm not talking about casual strolls or counting steps for the sake of movement. I'm talking about syncing your walk with your body's internal chemistry, your hormones, and your natural metabolic rhythms so that every step you take becomes a signal for your body to release stored fat, especially the stubborn kind around your belly. Now, here's what most people don't realize. Belly fat isn't just about calories, it's about hormones, specifically insulin and cortisol. When these two are out of balance, your body goes into storage mode, holding on to fat right where you don't want it. But when you walk strategically, at the right time, in the right state, and even at the right pace, you can flip that internal switch from store to burn, and that's when the magic happens. Imagine waking up, stepping outside before your first meal and letting your body do what it was designed to do. Burn energy from stored fat. That's the power of walking in a fasted state. You're not forcing your body through deprivation or exhaustion. You're teaching it to access its most stable energy source. This is the same biological principle that allows your metabolism to stay flexible and efficient. The best part, it doesn't require hours of walking or extreme effort. Just 20 to 30 minutes of intentional movement done the right way can start changing how your body uses energy throughout the entire day. But let's go even deeper, because this isn't just about weight loss. Walking this way calms your nervous system, lowers stress hormones, and balances blood sugar. That means better sleep, fewer cravings, and a sharper mind. It's not a punishment. It's a partnership with your biology. Your body wants to be in balance. It wants to let go of that extra weight. It just needs you to create the right conditions for it to happen naturally. So today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do that. We'll talk about when to walk, how to move your body, and why timing matters more than intensity. You'll learn how your hormones respond to walking and how tiny shifts, like walking before breakfast or slowing your pace, can completely change your metabolism. And by the end of this, I want you to see walking differently, not as exercise, but as a form of metabolic communication. Every step is a signal to your body that says, it's safe to burn fat now. Once you understand that language, you'll realize that losing belly fat isn't about working harder. It's about working with your body's design. When most people think of belly fat, they imagine it as something purely cosmetic, a layer they can pinch, measure, or try to burn away with exercise. But in reality, belly fat is deeply hormonal. It's the physical evidence of internal imbalance. And the first step to reversing that is understanding that walking isn't just movement. It's a hormonal reset button. Let's start with insulin, the hormone that tells your body to store fat. When insulin levels are high, your body can't access stored fat for fuel. Think of insulin as the storage signal. When it's elevated, it locks the doors to your fat cells. Walking helps lower insulin naturally, especially when done before eating, because it increases the uptake of glucose into your muscles without needing insulin's help. In other words, you're helping your body clear sugar from your bloodstream efficiently, which keeps insulin low and opens the fat burning gates. Next comes cortisol, your body's main stress hormone. Many people live in a constant state of low-grade stress. Emails, traffic, caffeine, lack of sleep, and every one of those triggers a cortisol spike. Chronically high cortisol tells your body to store fat, particularly around the abdomen. Why? Because your body thinks it's protecting you from famine or danger. Gentle walking, especially at a moderate pace, tells your nervous system the opposite. It's safe now. You shift from fight or flight into rest and digest, and when you're in that state, your body naturally starts to release stored fat instead of guarding it. Now, here's where it gets even more fascinating. Every time you walk, your body increases circulation to your liver. The liver is your metabolic command center. It's where fat burning actually happens. When you walk regularly, you enhance oxygen flow, improve detoxification, and reduce systemic inflammation, which is the root cause of stubborn belly fat. Inflammation acts like glue. It holds on to fat and slows metabolic flexibility. By reducing inflammation through movement, you're freeing your metabolism to do its job efficiently again. I always tell people don't underestimate the power of gentle, consistent movement. We live in a culture obsessed with high-intensity everything, HI sprints, burnout workouts, but those can backfire when your hormones are already stressed. Walking, on the other hand, signals calmness. It's the movement your hormones love. It's what helps your body restore balance and begin burning belly fat again, even while you're resting. And when you add sunlight exposure to that walk, especially early morning light, you're doing more than you realize. Natural light helps regulate your circadian rhythm, which in turn supports your cortisol curve, sleep, wake cycle, and even insulin sensitivity. It's like nature's free metabolic therapy session every morning. If you've been struggling with belly fat despite eating clean and exercising hard, it's not your effort that's missing. It's your hormone alignment. Walking this way resets that alignment. It's simple, yet powerful. because it's rooted in biology, not willpower. And once your body feels safe, calm, and hormonally balanced, the fat that seems stubborn finally begins to move. If there's one shift that makes walking a true fat burning strategy, it's this: doing it in a fasted state. When you wake up in the morning, your insulin levels are naturally at their lowest. Your body hasn't received food yet, so it's primed to tap into stored fat for energy. That's your window, the perfect biological moment to communicate to your body: use what's already here. When you walk before breakfast, your body doesn't have incoming glucose to burn, so it starts mobilizing fatty acids instead. This is where the magic happens. Every step signals your muscles to draw energy from stored fat. You're not starving your body, you're simply training it to remember how to be metabolically flexible. Dr. Mindy often talks about metabolic flexibility, the ability to switch between burning sugar and fat efficiently. When you constantly feed your body or snack all day, insulin stays elevated and fat burning shuts off. But a morning walk before eating resets that flexibility. You're gently stressing the system in a positive way, teaching it to adapt. Now, here's what's fascinating: your mitochondria, the energy factories inside your cells, become more efficient during fasted movement. They produce energy cleanly with fewer free radicals, meaning less inflammation and better endurance. This not only supports fat loss, but enhances your entire metabolic health. And let's not forget hormones again. When you walk fasted, you improve leptin sensitivity, the hormone that tells your brain you're full. You also regulate ghrelin, the hunger hormone. The result: you naturally crave less sugar later in the day, and your appetite starts to align with your body's actual needs. If you've ever wondered why people who walk in the morning seem calmer and more focused, it's not just mental. Fasted walking stabilizes your blood sugar throughout the day, keeping energy smooth and mental clarity high. You're less likely to crash or crave because your brain is being fed a steady stream of ketones and fatty acids. This is why I always say fat burning isn't about effort, it's about timing. When you walk fasted, you're not working harder. You're working smarter, in sync with your natural design. And once you start, you'll feel the shift, not just in your body, but in your focus, mood, and hunger patterns. So tomorrow morning, instead of rushing for breakfast or coffee, take your body outside, give it 20 minutes to breathe, move, and activate its inner intelligence. That's how you start melting belly fat the way nature intended. One intentional, fasted walk at a time. Your body follows a daily rhythm. And cortisol, the hormone that helps you wake up and get moving, rises naturally in the morning. That's a good thing. The problem is when cortisol stays elevated all day from constant stress. That's when it becomes a fat storage signal, particularly around your midsection. But walking early in the day helps shape a healthy cortisol curve. When you step outside and walk in natural light, you reinforce your body's internal clock. The sunlight tells your brain it's morning, which helps cortisol spike appropriately and then gradually decline through the day. This natural rhythm means your body can relax later, digest properly, and sleep deeply, all critical factors for fat loss. Here's what's interesting: cortisol isn't your enemy. It's essential for energy, focus, and fat metabolism. When it's in rhythm, walking helps synchronize that rhythm because it's rhythmic movement. Each step creates gentle, repetitive motion that soothes your nervous system. You're literally walking yourself out of stress mode. Now, remember what we said earlier: when cortisol and insulin are high together, belly fat accumulates. Morning walks break that pattern. They help release stored glucose, lower insulin, and teach cortisol to rise and fall properly. Over time, your metabolism becomes more stable. It's also important to know that walking outdoors helps balance melatonin production at night. Your body's ability to burn fat isn't just about what you do during the day, it's about recovery at night. Sleep is your fat loss amplifier. And when your morning walk sets your cortisol, melatonin rhythm correctly, your sleep improves, your hunger hormones stabilize, and your fat burning process deepens overnight. So if you've been waking up tired or wired at night, this simple practice could be the missing link. Walking is the most natural way to balance your cortisol curve. No supplements, no extreme protocols, just light movement and consistency. Every time you take that walk, remind yourself, this isn't about burning calories, it's about balancing chemistry. And when chemistry is balanced, fat loss becomes effortless. Our metabolism doesn't thrive on chaos, it thrives on rhythm. When you move consistently at the same time each day, your body starts anticipating that movement. It becomes more efficient at releasing stored energy and regulating hormones. That's why walking the same way at a steady pace can completely transform your fat-burning rhythm. When you walk briskly enough to feel your heart rate rise, but still breathe easily, you enter your body's fat-burning zone. You're training your metabolism to use oxygen more efficiently, which means more fat oxidation. And when you do this daily, your mitochondria adapt, multiplying and becoming more powerful. Sunlight plays a vital role here. Morning light sets your circadian rhythm, signaling your body when to be alert and when to rest. It's not just about mood. Light impacts insulin sensitivity and metabolism. Studies show people exposed to early daylight burn fat more effectively and sleep better at night. Now, consistency matters more than intensity. Even 20-30 minutes each day, done regularly, creates a powerful rhythm. You're showing your body reliability, and in return, it rewards you with stability in weight, energy, and mood. It's like tuning an instrument. Your metabolism starts hearing that signal and sensing to it. Missed walks or erratic timing throw it off rhythm, but steady repetition brings harmony. This is why you'll often notice better digestion, smoother energy, and even improved skin tone after a few weeks of consistent walking. The more consistent you are, the more your metabolism learns that it can rely on your behavior. And that's when belly fat begins to release. Because your body finally feels safe to let it go. Fat loss isn't just physical, it's deeply neurological. The patterns that drive cravings, emotional eating, and inconsistency all live in the brain. Walking reconnects you to your body and rewires those patterns naturally. Every time you walk, especially outdoors, your brain releases BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. It's like fertilizer for new neurons. You're literally growing a stronger, more resilient brain. And that mental strength carries into your habits. You start feeling capable, calm, and less reactive. That alone changes how you eat, sleep, and think about your body. Walking also boosts serotonin and dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitters that help you stay motivated and stable. When those rise, cortisol drops, you feel lighter, clearer, and more in control. Over time, that consistent calmness becomes your default state. And here's the deeper truth: your body doesn't release weight it doesn't feel safe to let go of. Emotional stress, trauma, constant self-criticism, all of it keeps your nervous system on high alert. Walking is a gentle grounding ritual that signals safety. It tells your brain, we're okay. And once your brain believes that, your metabolism follows. This is why people who walk regularly often describe it as meditative. They feel more present, more connected. And from that grounded state, their choices naturally improve. They crave real food. They sleep deeply. They hydrate better. So losing belly fat by walking isn't just about fat cells. It's about rewiring the body-brain relationship. It's creating safety, balance, and rhythm inside you. And when you align with that, fat loss becomes a side effect of health, not a fight against your body.